Welcome to this quick look at Perrallel Portal, Perram Corporation's tool for the validation, communication, and change management elements supporting its file classification, disposition, metadata tagging, and migration services. Using our innovative classification technology, Perram's classification specialists work behind the scenes, classifying files and applying retention schedules and metadata to content. The portal then allows business users to view, comment on, and validate that classification work. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see an example of a capture of a shared drive. The initial capture of the client's file system collects data such as the file name, the folder name, file path, the create date, the modified date, and some other available metadata. This information allows us to recreate the shared drive within the portal without importing the content of the files. It results in a representation on the portal of a structure that looks and feels just like the original shared drive, but does not allow access to the contents of the files. This representation allows the users to come in, find the files that they're interested in, and by selecting those files, find where they have been mapped to in this new information structure. It also allows Perram's classification team to identify which files should be migrated into the target system, be it a shared drive, SharePoint, or enterprise content management system, and which files are ready for disposition. During the classification process, the portal is also used for communications between the classifiers and representatives from the business, which we refer to as validators. The validators log into the portal and make comments and suggestions to the classifiers on behalf of the business. Classifiers might also post comments or questions, asking for additional guidance on mapping if they do not have sufficient metadata to make a decision. They might ask, for instance, "Is this an HR file?" highlighting a difficult area for the validator to come in and clarify. The validator can then take a look at the file that they're referring to and how it sits within that folder structure. Upon review, they can provide some comments back to the classifiers to help them refine the mapping. After this process is completed to everyone's satisfaction, the portal is used to generate reports on duplicate files, files that are due for disposition, and trivial files that can be deleted. Commonly, this kind of processing will reduce the overall number of files in the shared drive by about 50%. This 50% of the files that can be disposed of will be left behind at migration time, queued up to be deleted by the client, with reports from Perram to justify why these files are no longer required. The 50% of the original files that are to be kept will be moved into the new information structure through the migration process. Once the validators are happy with the classification, the folder structure has been talked about and validated, and the migration has occurred, the portal becomes a valuable change management tool. Remember, not everyone who has had their files moved has participated in the validation process. Only a small number of selected users are weighing in on the mapping. So, you can envision a case where content is migrated on the weekend, and then users come in Monday morning and they need to find their files. Those users are provided access to the portal with some brief training, and then they can come in that Monday morning, and if they're unsure of the new environment, or unsure of where things are in SharePoint, or where the files sit in the new information structure in the enterprise content management system, then they can browse the old file hierarchy on Portal to find the location of the file they are looking for. Selecting the file in its original location will show where it is in its new location. So while this isn't a link to the content of the document, it serves as an important role as a training tool, allowing the users to adjust to the new system and show them how to navigate to the new location of the files they need without a loss of productivity. As an example, if a user was looking for an HR file, they could look through the left panel in the portal to find it in the original structure, then click on it, highlighting where that file is in the new information structure. In this case, this file can be found in Human Resources, Human Resource Planning. While this view does not provide a link to the file itself in the new system, it provides the location and helps educate users on the new information structure. This change management is a crucial component as it allows all users to grow accustomed to the information structure of the new system, supporting the success of the migration project.